Okay, so now I have both cameras going. I'm gonna get this stuff out of my way. All right, so I have the ashes. I'm gonna put them up here just so they don't spill. I have the mold, which is what I need. So this is gonna get poured in there, and then that's gonna get poured in there, and then later on, when this is all poured up to here, whoops, when it gets poured all the way up to here, then I'm gonna take this, put the cover on it, take the little stopper out, pour the rest of it in there, because it's gonna get like that, and then pour the rest in there, and then, ooh, good question. In order to get it to go in that little hole, I am going to go and get a funnel quick. I might have to get a funnel I don't really care about as much as normal. Didn't even think of that. Whoops. Funnel. Could put it in here. I have two of them. Where the other one is though? Where's the other one? Oh, I found my phone. Okay. That's not going to help me because it's not small enough. Alright, I'm going to need to get a smaller funnel. Right now I'm not going to have a funnel, so I'm just going to try to pour the damn thing in there. I can also squeeze the thingy, so I think I should be okay. So that's going to be, and then of course this is going to be the cover. Sorry about that. And then my ring, what I did is I took, and because it doesn't have a full backing to it, some of them will have a full backing. I don't know if you can see, let me see there. I put tape on the back, so that's going to make it when I pour the resin in here, then it'll be fine. Sorry, I'm showing it to one video because this is going to be the main video, and then this is just going to be a different view of it. So in case you can't see something, hopefully you can see it on the side view that's a little bit more facing down, not towards me. So that's going to be that one. All right, let's do this. Jar, part A. And it's going to take a little while, huh? Part A. So, normally, of course, I'd have the pump already and everything else. But I don't, and you know what? I'm not messing with that right now. So, part A. Normally I'm not going to be mixing this much epoxy unless I'm actually doing this dye project. And I'm supposed to go up to the top of the tape, but I'm going over a little bit because of the fact that I want to have more in order to be able to put it in different spots, do different things with it. So that's that one. Plus when I go, I did a little bit extra, even more than what I really wanted to, because when I take the store out of that, it's going to be, and I'm going to do the same thing so I can make sure I get the same exact measurement, because I'm not doing it the right way, because I'm not going to make you wait until I am done. I'm not going to make you wait until I'm done opening, no stupid pumps. Alright, so let's put these on the side of each other. I need a little bit more in here. And they are even. Okay, so this was B. So when I put B back in here, hopefully it's going to be pretty even. If not, I'll take some and put it in a cup so I can return it back to its regular right container later. Washing my hands in between so that way in case I got one part on there, one part on there, hopefully I'm not wearing a damn thing. And that is still even, so I guess I did something right. Color on it. Put that where it belongs. Okay, now I'm going to make sure I get everything ready. So I have the ashes over here. I have the glitter, which I'm not sure how much. Actually, I'm just going to pour a little bit of the glitter into the ashes. I don't think it's going to hurt anything because I'm going to be using the ashes, my ashes, for, like I said, I'm not sure how much. I should have measured it. I'm not sure how much I'm going to put in there, so there we go, because that's going to be a good amount. And now I'm just mixing it. I'm going to be making more things as a demonstration to be able to show you, plus what they looks like. And the only way to do that is to actually do it. So I'm going to use Wilbur's ashes because I have human ashes, but I don't feel comfortable doing it with human ashes, and I know, well, I mean, it's Wilbur, he ain't gonna carry it. Okay, so I have the ashes in there, I have glitter in there, I have the 2-part epoxy A and B. Now I'm gonna take this, and I'm gonna make sure I have my coloring ready. And I'm going to pour. I have everything ready, so I'll make sure I'm just really quick. Make sure you have your mold ready. Make sure you have whatever you're going to put into it ready. So the ashes and then also the glitter. So this way I'm going to save some time. I have this. Let me just open this quick, make sure there's no additional things I need to do. I think I need to stick a pin in here, which I don't have right now. Yep, I'm gonna go run really quick and get a pin. I know exactly where there is one. So give me a second. This pin saves my butt all the time. I have sewing kits and everything else, but it's funny as heck because this pin seems to be the one where I know where it is all the time. Oh, there we go. Okay, so that's a drop of it on my finger, which is probably just going to stay there and I'm going to end up wearing it. Yep, that's going to be it. I have blue fingers. Of course, I was trying to be dainty. I'll probably open all of these up with gloves on because I don't like using the latex gloves, but I'll probably end up, oh, it did come off. Look at that. And that was just a little bit, not even washing, that was just a little bit, whoops. So just so you see it did come off. So I'm okay with that. All right. I thought I was going to be wearing it forever. Color. I'm going to, no, oh, you know what? I was going to do this in a jar, and I decided not to because I didn't want to waste the jar. I didn't, but you know what? I'm going to do it in a jar because I want to be able to show you what I'm doing with the colors and everything. So, part A, which is just the resin. Just gonna let it, oh, this works great. Look at that. And so it's gonna let it pour in there a second. I'm gonna grab a sip of my coffee again. It's not as good as it normally is. I ran out of half and half. Yes, I spoil myself. I use non-dairy cream or half and half. And I ran out, so I had to put milk in it, so it's not as good as it normally is, but oh well. Now, I should be able to reuse this because it doesn't have both pieces. It doesn't have the A and B in there. So I'll stick it in a dishwasher. And then rinse it out, stick it in the dishwasher. So right now I'm just going to take it and put it onto the side over here. And now I'm going to do the B. So B, I'm going to take the blue and I'm going to try to make it so that it's a dark blue so you can see the ashes, but kind of not know it's there type thing. So this way, if anybody is squeamish about ashes being in there, but I don't think anybody's going to have a problem with it because most of the people at my card shop know Wilbur. There's a bunch of new people, but when I told the story, they were like, oh, that's kind of cool, that I was going to pay respect to him because he's actually, some of his ashes are at the store. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but half of his ashes are at the store. Well, not half, but whatever I had remaining. I did put some in the, let some in the ocean with Mike, because Mike said he wanted to go into the ocean. So I put him into the ocean with Wilbur, and it's kind of, I made it so that I waited until I had both persons. Wilbur passed away after Mike, and so what I did is I waited until Wilbur passed away before I took and put the ashes away. Before I put the ashes into the ocean. A friend of mine has a boat, and he took me out, and I was definitely very grateful for that. And so now I'm going to take and put the ashes in. And normally I would probably just not know I don't know how much to actually put in there or whatever, but that's going to be good for me. I don't think I need more than that. This is going to make me decide on whether or not how much I want to put in other people's pieces also. So, okay, that made it, well, with the gold in it, it made it look like, sort of like sand. So, I'm gonna mix it really good. That's kind of cool. Okay, so it looks like a sand color. I don't know what you can see. Let me see if I can get the lighting a little bit better. Sorry for the hands on the camera, but that's what it looks like. That's just ashes and glitter. Let me just show you there. Ashes and glitter. You can probably see it better on the other camera because I have more lighting there. And now I'm going to take and put the blue in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 drops. See what happens there. Mix. And this is like 16 ounces. So 16 ounces, 5 drops. I'm gonna go more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. Okay, so that is a very light blue, sort of like, it kind of looks like water, which is what I kind of wanted it to look like, water, ocean, because I had taken Wilbur to, the beach many, many times, and he loved the water. And when I had gotten sick, one of my things was, the doctor told me that I should be swimming And I used to take him with me. And he thought that was the best thing in the world. He would go and take a swim right across. I used to go to Curran Pond, and he used to take a swim right across the pond with me, from one side to the other. All right, so now I'm going to pour. I'm trying to stir so I don't get bubbles on the darn thing, because I don't really want bubbles. So I'm not going like this. I'm doing circular motions in order to get it. And I think I got it mixed good enough. I don't know. I think I want it darker blue for some reason. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. So that's 15 drops in here. Yep, okay. This is kind of... Yep, 15 drops is good. All right, so that's what I'm going to be doing. So now I'm going to pour in here. Make sure you put the mold right. This is where you put the dice in. So this is upside down. It's got to go upside down. And now I'm going to pour, and I'm going to pour in this. Go around the mold. It says do it in shifts. I'm just going to pour the whole darn thing on this half, so then I can put the top on and then get the rest. I don't see any bubbles. I am going to do what they told me to do, which is take it and jiggle it a little bit. I'm pouring the top right now. I kind of like the color. I could have went a little darker, but eh. I'm thinking this is going to come out pretty good. I like it. I don't see any bubbles at all forming because I'm pouring it all in one spot, not to go crazy in different spots. And I didn't stop pouring until I am done. And I'm going to get it to the very top. A little bit more. And I am not going to move. This is my workbench that normally goes in the middle of my kitchen. I wanted to get another, I need to get another island, and I haven't just done it yet. So until I do, this has been in the middle of the kitchen so I can have an extra workspace. And then I kind of like it because of the fact that I can do dirty stuff on it and not have to worry about getting it dirty. And I do use my kitchen as a work area also. And that just kind of went in there. And it didn't, So now I made sure that there's a little fold. It goes in and out and in order to be able to have that little lip in there. So I did have it, so now it's placed in there, so it should be good. I'm gonna take this thing out of here. I don't need it, so I should have got, a napkin. So I could put it on it so I don't have to worry about, no, I'm gonna put this in the, I don't know if I put it in the sink. Yeah, I'll put it on the napkin for now because I can always wash it off. Alright, so I'm gonna take and put the cover back on this color, because if I don't, I'll probably drop it, and I don't want to do that. Oh, this is not the cover for that. That's the cover for the stupid thingy here. Oh, okay, now it's going to be the hard part. Pouring it in this little hole without a thing. So let's see what I can do here. Oh, yep, I'll do it on this camera. It's going to be better, this camera, I think. But you're going to be able to see it. Let me shift this camera down a little bit more. All right, so there's a little tiny hole right there. It's this big. So it's not big at all. And I'm going to pour the resin in there. So let's do this. So pour. I don't know exactly what you're going to be able to see with the cameras. Let me just do it this way maybe. Okay, there we go. You're going to have to use the other camera in order to be able to... Oh, one of my cameras is doing its thing. Oh no. Alright, that camera went off. So this is going to be a two-part video, I guess, because... Yep. Alright, so the other camera went off. So you're going to have to watch it from 21:10 on this video and 21:15 continued on the other video. So... This is not as hot as I thought it was going to be. As soon as I say that, though, you know what's going to happen, right? I'm going to spill. And I can see it getting in there. And, of course, I need to go all the way to the top. So keep pouring. I'm doing it slow and steady, so I shouldn't have any kind of bubbles in the darn thing. I got it to the top. I don't think it's gonna be, I'm gonna be able to put it any more in there other than what the heck I already have in there now, because it's all the way to the top. Okay, and now when I put this in here, that's it. Okay, so now that's gonna stay there. I'm not really gonna move it. I'm just gonna maybe push it over a little bit over here so I have more workspace. And the same thing with this is I'm just going to try to carefully, and this is not a solid mold, it's squishy, it's silicone. So there we go. The blue is really pretty, but in my that's what I get to use these caps for. Look at that. See, I told you I recycle everything. What I am going to do is take and put some of this in here. Oops, I'm wearing it now. Because in my ring, I think I want it to be a little darker. I'm not sure exactly how much I need. So I'm going to do that. Because whatever I don't use in the ring, I can put back in here and use it for, oh, that's what I forgot to do. You get my third hand. I am going to need some kind of a, let me see if I can find my third hand or if I can find the clay that I have first. I think I want to use a third hand only because I don't want to. Third hand, where is it? There it is. Alrighty. Haven't used it in a little while, so it's not adjusted. But I'm going to take this and do that. And adjust it. this way, and I don't want to get any epoxy on the handles, so I'm going to take this. This is I got from, I also got from Amazon, and I'm going to do this, so I can do that, and adjust it so it's up, and then that, hold that one, and hold that, so it stays right where I want it when I get it. So now it's not moving, it's not moving, it's not moving. All right, so now I'm going to take the ring and put it into the clip, and then I am going to move it so that it's facing up. That's what I need. I need it to be facing up. Okay? So there it is. It's facing, and I'm going to look and make sure that it's even. And it is. And now I have my epoxy still here, and I am going to make this so it's darker in there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more. 5 more in there. And I'm going to mix it. I'll probably put like I said, I don't want to creep people out when they do see it, but I want them to know that, I mean, I want to know. I don't want them to know that it's not, you know, so somebody go, oh, what? And make the comments, like I said. It's probably darker than I want it to, but you know what? I'm going to go with it. The heck with it. When I do your piece, hopefully I get it to the color you like. I will probably put you on video if I don't. If you care about the color, like really care about the color, what I'll end up doing is putting you on video, and then I'll make the color, and that way you can decide what color, if you want it darker, 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 until we get it to the color you want. Because I don't want you to get something that you don't like or don't want. Okay, here we go. I'm going to pour this in here. And that's pretty much it. I'm being very careful not to get any on any other part of the ring other than where I want it, which is inside this little bezel. It is going to be it is, oh, that made it round, I think, a little bit. Oh, nice. Oh, because it's getting thick. Ah, because it's getting thicker, I made it so it was getting rounder. All right, so now I'm going to take the remainder of this. I do have a lot, so it's not 15 ounces. I don't know how much I was supposed to put in there, but it's not 15 ounces, and of course I just made a mess. In that mold, because there is still a good amount in here. That is not 15 ounces. I'm not going to count my ring because my ring is all right. Made a mess. God done it. Okay. Okie dokie. So I still have a lot more resin. A lot more than I thought I was going to have. So I'm going to do the pieces that I wanted to do, and then maybe grab another mold and see what happens. A pyramid. I have a pyramid, and I have a cone. I don't want to do a cone. All right, I think I'm gonna be able to fill all of these. So this is what I'm gonna do. Ready? I want to do color changes though. Let me see. Oh, I'm gonna do something neat, I think. So I am going to get a different color. How about a red? Yep, red. Okay, so need to take my pen. Open up. I'm gonna do the rest of these on when I'm watching TV later on, so that way I can have them all open, so I'm not having to do this while I'm doing the videos. So I'm going to do a little bit of red in one and a little bit of purple in the other. Let's find a purple. Yep. Red in one, swirl some purple in the other. Let's play around. Okay. Pour. Oh no. So my ring, my ring isn't working. I can see I'm watching it fall through the glue here, right to the tape. So I don't know if it's, bam. Okay, so my ring is not working. I'm gonna have to figure out a different backing for it because it's coming out of the the solder pot might have not been whole or full, and that's why it's doing it. It looks like it's coming out of that instead. You know what though, I'm gonna let it dry like it is, and then I'm gonna go and do something else with it, hopefully. Let's see what happens. Let it thicken up, and then maybe I can put some more in there. I might put some clear down first, let it do its thing, and then put the color on top of it later on, so that way it'll fit. If it does leak, the clear will be the one that leaks without the ashes or whatever, and then go on thing. Okay, so now I got this. All right, so now I want to put some red swirls in there, I think. So 1, 2, 3. Get my stick. And swirl it in there. I am experimenting. I have no idea how this is going to come out. Hopefully the swirls come out cool like I want them to, but I don't know. I need to learn and figure this out. So, with this one, I'm going to put a little bit of purple on the top. Put the blue in. filling it halfway. I'm going to swirl the purple in there. A little bit more purple. I got it to the, oh, it's almost to the line. It's not really to the line, so let me just do a little bit more so I can get it to the line on the mold. And then I'll, ah! No, 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 no. All right, now I'm just gonna pour some red in there. All right, so this, game on. Sorry, I got the door open. If it's too much noise, I'll turn it off, but do. All right, so I definitely poured a lot more epoxy than I thought. And I'm just gonna pour this in here like that. Oh, I was gonna put the red in there, but I didn't do it. All right, so anyways, that's that one. No red, darn it. All right, still need to pour a little bit more. Guess that worked out fine. Get it to the top. And I'm just gonna do the rest of these blue just because I want to see. It's not like I know, isn't it hard? It's hard for me to decide. I want to do different color things. Sorry. How about a nope. How about a fluorescent green? No. I don't know what the hell color I want to do. How about fluorescent orange with that one? No, I don't. How about green? Green. Olive green. Okay. My ring is not working out. I'm probably going to end up washing it out and then doing it over again. Let's see what happens. That's definitely an experiment and a half there. Which is kind of not making me happy. Oops. Kind of not making me happy, but I need to get this done before the epoxy gets dark. All right, cover on that. Cover on this one so I don't spill it. This is probably going to be boring you right now. More epoxy in here. Oh, I kind of like that color. I'm not mixing it a lot because it's going to go into one of the crystals and I kind of want to make it do its thing. Whatever it does. These crystals have little holes in them, so I'll be able to, oops, I'm trying to figure out how to pour it in here, damn it. Okay, pour it to the tip, and then squeezing it a little bit, and of course it's making a mess. I don't know if you can even see it. I should do this way. So I put green in there, and I didn't swirl the green in, like I didn't mix it in a lot. I just put it in there because I wanted to, when I was pouring it to do some kind of like little grainy thing. Hopefully that's what's happening. And I got it to the top. Like I said, this is the first time I'm doing any of this, so let's see what happens there. And then I'm just gonna leave it on the napkin, and then there's a little bit more in here. I think it's just enough to be able to fill this one. Use the stick to get it into the part where it has the little, it has like a little pole in there, so that way I'll be able to put a ring in there. An O-ring in there. And making sure that it's flat because I don't have to sand it more than I have to. And making sure that the epoxy is in that corner there, because that's okay. That takes care of that one. And this one has a little bit more of the green. I still have a lot of epoxy left, holy moly. Okay, game on. I'm gonna put a little bit of the green that's left in here, and then I'm gonna try to empty out the blue that's here, dark blue. Oh, it's not even gonna pour, so I guess that's not happening. And then, let's try yellow. Okay, wash my hands because I got epoxy all over it. The ring is setting up, but it's still dripping through. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to, I might use some of my clay in order to be able to just put it behind it. And if I put the clay behind it, then it won't do that. I was hoping that the tape was gonna work, and it's not. But it is setting up. I think what's happening is that the tape is actually coming off. It's not staying on there. So maybe if I use duct tape instead. I am getting a little bit of a base though. I don't know what you, and it is hardening. So that's gonna be my base, and then when I go to pour more later, it'll stay in there, I guess. I'm thinking, because it's gonna have a base, and then it's not gonna have nowhere to leak from. All right, so I'm gonna put it back in the holder, let it do its thing. I will figure out a better solution on that. Like I said, this is all experimental because I've never done this before personally. I've watched videos, but they're not going to give you all the little tricks and everything else either, I'm sure. Oh, yellow. I'm going to put yellow in this one. So I'm not even going to, I'm just going to drop this in there. Whoops. Duh. Okay, till I do that. So a little bit of this. I'm going to be using a lot of this because it's going to be my son when I go to make the sceneries. I want to make the scenery, so I'm going to do a little square. Actually, you know what? Let me see what I can do about doing that. I have this mold here. And I want to make it so that I can do a beach scenery. So, here's what thing is going to do. I'm going to put the blue in. I don't want it to be really tall. So I'm going to put the blue in. And then what I'm going to do, I need to get another napkin, is do my beach scenery thing. So what I'm going to do is a little of that. I have this idea. Let's see if it works. Oh, I should probably pour epoxy in here before it. Okay, I'll take that there. Alrighty, so that is that. Here's my yellow napkin. Okay, so I'm gonna make a beach scenery. I know this is taking a while, but I'm doing an awful lot of them at one time. I will do individual videos on certain things in order to get it. You're probably not going to be able to see this really well because I'm not going to be able to tip it and show you, but I will show you end product and I will show you how to do this, or at least how I think that I'm going to do this. So what's going to happen is, if I have to do it differently, where I have to do a little thin sheet, then put the colors and do another thin sheet, I will, but I'm hoping that I don't have to. I'm hoping that I can just do the art this way. What I'm going to do is a little bit more of the ashes for sand. And I'm not even going to filter it. I'm just going to put it in there. Because this, if I have sand and it has big pieces in it, small pieces in it, little rocks, it ain't going to matter. Because it'll look like rocks. I don't want gigantic pieces in there though, but I do want. Alright, so on the bottom here, I put ashes in there. Okay, I'll pull that up later. I just kind of don't want to make you wait. And then I'm just going to mix it into the bottom part. So it's going to look like beach sand. Here we go. And then I'm going to make a little. Okay, so beach sand on the bottom. And then I have the blue sky. And it even has a little starry thingy in there. Because of the glitter. And then I'm going to take and just drop. Oh, do I want moon or do I want sun? Question. Do I have white? I have white. No, I'm gonna do the sun this time, and I'm gonna do moon later because I need a darker sky for the moon one, I think, or dark, yeah. So 1, 2, 3 drops I'm gonna do. 3 drops. And then I'm just going to mix the yellow in the sky here. I don't know if it's gonna look like the sun. I'm hoping it's gonna look like a sun. We'll see. I might have to do this in different things. I think I'm gonna have to do that different way, and I think I figured out how to do it in a different way. So let's see. I'm gonna have to figure this out. All right, that's how I'm gonna do it. All right, so now I'm doing it differently because that I don't think, we'll see how that comes out, but I don't think it's gonna come out like I wanted it to. So that means I am going to take this little piece here and some more ashes. And some of the epoxy. What I'm gonna end up doing is doing it in 2 different parts, I think. Or maybe even 3 different parts, because I'm gonna end up having to take and put the sand in one mold, which is the cremations, and yep. If I put the cremations in one mold, let it dry, then put it in on there, it's gonna stay separate. Then I'll put it inside here, it'll make it separate. Because right now what it's doing is flowing into it, so it's not gonna be as good as I want it to be. I want it to be a definition between the sand and the sky. So this is going to be the sand. And then I'm gonna have to put the sky in later. And then I might have to do some kind of round. Oh, there we go. There is a little one that's round here, mold for the sun. So I'm gonna probably end up doing a little bit of epoxy and making it so that none of my dogs, for later on, I'm gonna do it so that it's just gonna be epoxy with yellow. And then I'm gonna slice it up so I can put the sun in there, because it's kind of mixing all up, which I don't like. Yep, the sun just bled all over the place. So that was a failure. I mean, I am just gonna mix the whole thing up because it's definitely a failure. Yep, there we go. Swirl it together. Whatever it comes out looking like, it comes out looking like it. That's definitely no good. All right, so now I have I'm gonna do this one with the sun, only because this is, but the sun is going to be mine. And then whenever I do something, because I'm gonna experiment and make sure that I can get the sun the way I want it to. So I'm gonna do that and this. I should probably not use the greeny stuff. Yeah, that's gonna be a failure too. All right. Changed my mind. I don't even know if I'm gonna show this video now. But anyways. Okie dokie. So now I'm just going to pour yellow in here. No. Eight. It's definitely more I need for that mold. Mix it. With the blue, it's coming out green. I'm gonna shut this door. It goes right next door. Get epoxy all over covers and stuff. Well, it's not as yellow as I want it, but I just want to see if this is going to work. So I'm going to put this in there. See if I can do what I really want to do later, which is cut that up into pieces and then make suns. So sun and then moon later on. And then I did this. And I'm just going to pour the rest of this in there. That, and that. And then, put some other blue in here. And I still have more resin. Oi! Game on. Alright, so that's that one. That was a failure. Let's see if I can make a bowl. You know what? So that's the same thing as the other one. You just pour base. Still not totally thick, so that's pretty good. It's still workable, and it's been an hour and a little bit more. Oh, you can't see any that I'm doing. Should have put this on there without my hands being yucketied up. Oh no. Okay, it's in there. So pour the rest. This isn't gonna be easy because it's got a little hole. I gotta do something about figuring out how to pour it in a little hole. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I'm sure as soon as I say that I'm gonna screw it up, but let's see what happens. Oh no, yep, see I told you. Failure. So I poured a little too fast and it started going over to the side, so I gotta do this so I can get it to go in there. Oh no. Oh Lord. Wonderful. Okay. I'm making a mess. I just had to put that mold back together now, and now I'm gonna hopefully pour the rest of this in there and it's gonna be done. Oh, itch. See, it's pouring, it's too thick now. It's too thick, so it's pouring how it wants to pour, and it's not. So I need to make sure that I do these first. Yep, damn it. Oh, and yep, I'm doing a damn thing mold again. Come on, all you need is a little bit more. Just pouring off the side instead. This definitely ain't the way to do it. Oh my freaking word. Put a straw in there. Trying to figure out how to do this so I'm not making a mess. But I am definitely making a mess. And then I am wearing the epoxy too. Which I probably should put the gloves on, but dummy me. Because I'm stubborn. I don't know if you met me. But yeah, I'm stubborn. So yeah, definitely put gloves on. This stuff is really sticky and gross now. I don't see how I can fill the rest of that unless I wait and then fill some more later. Trying to think of something that I can do to do that. I am going to cut this video off because it's definitely way too long now. And let all these set and like the video. I know this is probably boring. I might not even post this, but I figured I could use it as a reference type thing and whatever. And oh, it's settled and it's not all the way on the top. Okay, so the dye thingy settled a little bit. And so it's not all the way to the top. Oh. So I should have paid attention to that. I'll have to do that next time. Especially because this epoxy's getting too thick now. To do what I want it to do. Come on, please let me just do this one. Oh, I thought I shut you off. And now I can't shut you off. All right, goodbye.